Hi, I'm Jada Morrow with Home and Goodness by Jada. Welcome to Foodie Friday. Today we'll be cooking a lentil soup. Actually, it's a creamy lentil soup. For this recipe, we will need half a cup of butter, half a cup of onion, a little bit more than a teaspoon of garlic, 3 tablespoons of flour, salt and pepper to taste, a bay leaf, and about a teaspoon of thyme, fresh thyme if you have it, a cup and a half of carrots, cup and a half of celery, 3 cups of chicken broth or vegetable broth, cup of cream, and a cup and a half of lentils. We're going to start out with some butter. Get that all melted. That's a half a cup of butter. Then we're going to saute our onions in the butter along with our carrots and celery. We've got half a cup of celery, a cup and a half of celery, and a cup and a half of carrots. And we're just going to marry those together for right now. Get all the vegetables tender in the butter. I'll turn this up a little bit. So the first time I had lentil soup was for my showdown, and it was a surprise because it was so good. I never had lentil soup, and so it was fun to make and fun to taste because it was so good. We're going to use a couple of fresh items off of the farm today. We're going to use some fresh thyme, and then that'll make it really pop because of the freshness. We saute these until the onions get translucent. Look how pretty these are. It's just it's going to be a pretty soup, also a yummy soup. With the carrots and celery. So we sauteed the vegetable trio for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to add the lentils in and get them going. So they'll start softening. We'll also add the garlic now. And the bay leaf and thyme. The thyme is fresh. Yum, yum. This is already starting to smell really good. So we'll saute all this until everything's pretty soft and tender. The lentils won't be because it takes a little bit longer for them to cook. So once we put the chicken broth in, the lentils will cook a little bit longer. But we like to marry this first and get all the flavors going. Get those onions soft, get the garlic in there. Look how pretty that is. I'll turn this down just a little bit. There we go. So we've sauteed these vegetables and lentils for about 15 minutes now, 15 to 20 minutes. I did forget the cumin. The cumin is what makes it pop, so don't forget your cumin. So it's about a teaspoon of cumin in there. Cumin is it always was a scary spice for me for a long time. And once I started using it and figuring out how to use it, in what to use it, it makes things so much better, especially a soup like this. Okay, so we've let all the vegetables and lentils get softened. As you can see they're a little tender, or I don't know if you can see or not, but with my spoon they're a little tender. So we're gonna go ahead and add the flour, and it kind of makes this whole thing like a roux, because if you ever make a gravy, that's kind of what you do right here, is cook the flour in the butter with all of the things, the onion, the carrots, the celery, and it just kind of coats it like that. Then, after that gets all kind of brown, so to speak, the flour gets a little bit brown, like so. You can see you don't see any white anymore. You're going to add your vegetable broth or chicken broth. Today we're using chicken broth. Oh, the sound. Yummy, yummy. So that's just we're gonna just let that simmer. We're gonna turn it down to low, and just let it simmer for probably about 15 to 20 more minutes. And then we'll add salt and pepper and cream to taste. Okay, for this lentil soup, we've let it cook for about 20 minutes. And we did add a little bit more liquid just to get the soupy part. Also, I wanted to say that whenever you're cooking this lentil soup, you can add whatever you want to add. Whatever vegetables you like to add. I've seen spinach. Also, if you don't want to just keep it vegetable, you can saute some sausage and start with that with your onions and add sausage to it. And then to make it a creamy, so this is more soupy, but I like to make it creamy, so we're going to add some cream. About a cup of cream. And you add the cream last because you don't want the cream to overcook. You want it just right. And then you stir it all in. This is great served with a green chili cornbread that's really good. Also, it's just a great winter soup, but also a sandwich summer soup too. So it's all around. There you have. I wouldn't eat the bay leaf. That's funny. You don't want to eat that. It's just for flavor. Okay, before you serve it, you want to add your salt and pepper to taste. So we'll just add salt and pepper. Then you'll stir it all in really good. And you also want your lentils soft. To cook 20-25 minutes. Some lentils take longer, just depending on their heat, how fast you're cooking it, whatever. So 20 to 25 minutes could be 30 to 35 minutes. And there you have your lentil soup. Creamy lentil soup.